G'day mates, how's it going? I'm back. What the hell is this? Okay, no thank you. That one. Yep. Where is... There it is. Okay. Got that. Now I need the Twitch chat. Bro, that plane is loud, what? Twitch chat, where are you? There you are. Pop that out so I can see that. How's everyone been? Good? I hope. Okay, that all looks good. Let's talk to this damn statue. Also, I think I figured out after last stream, I was looking up what was the best method, and it seems like turning the game off like this. Seems slightly quicker in the long run. Like the short run, like doing the symbols, running in back round, like running away and doing the puzzle thing again, is quicker. But that's only if you hit the dots perfectly every time. So it seems like this way is just quicker in the long run. Oh. This morning has been like really weird here in Australia. Woke up super cold. Like, put my foot on the ground, and we have like wood floor everywhere. I put my foot on the ground to get up to go to the toilet. It was freezing. And then now it's like 7:45. It's only been like an hour. It's starting to get warm. Like to the point where like it's kind of making me sweat. Like Australia's weather is like so all over the place. What is this? What? Did you just ask me to try Bing? What? What the fuck? That's never happened. Okay. I think even when I first made this computer, I don't even think that happened. Bro, how desperate is Bing? I think that's why people get sick a lot in Australia too. It's just because of the weather and how weird it is a lot of the times. Like it always goes from one extreme to the complete opposite. At like the drop of a hat. I should probably explain what happened yesterday. Not yesterday, but the night before. I think what I ate for dinner didn't agree with me. Or, I don't know, something was off, I guess. I have no idea. We get a lot of, like pies, meat pies and like sausage rolls and stuff. You can buy them in like packets here and put them in the freezer. And on those packets has the date of expiration. But what my dad does is he takes them out of that, puts them in sandwich bags, and then puts them in the freezer to save space. Which means that we don't know when it expires. And he does that a lot. Whereas if I do it, I write the expiration date on them. So I think I may have eaten pies that were off. Because yesterday I was on and off the toilet. It sucked. It was not fun. I was gonna stream. Yeah. I didn't want to have to get up and go shit myself every 30 minutes. That's pretty much what it was like. Hey, Josh. Supposed to be playing Dragon's Dogma today, but I didn't play this yesterday, so I figured I'll just play this today. Also, I have no idea if you guys noticed while I was playing that song before I started stream. I was mucking around with the sound just to test stuff. Just making it quieter and louder. I just realized that I didn't buy coffee when I went out shopping. Bro, I forget things all the time, so bad. But today's stream should go longer than 2 hours. I don't know how much longer, but I think I do have stuff to do. Or people are going to call me. But I think it's like after midday, I think. So I should be able to stream longer. But tomorrow, oh god, my throat. Tomorrow we're definitely playing Dragon's Dogma. And I will most likely play that for a long time. Because I kind of want to get the romance thing done. And then once the romance thing is done, I think we might just try and focus solely on the main story. Like, I would like to do side quests, but I'm probably going to do that in a second playthrough that I don't do on stream. Like, my second playthrough, I'll just muck around and wander everywhere and do what I normally do. I don't know why, but I just feel like that'd be very boring to watch me do that. It might not, but that's the way I feel. So I prefer to just do the story for you guys. It's kind of the same thing with like when I play Assassin's Creed games. That's why I try and do like a lot of the collectibles and side stuff off stream. Can't stop yawning. Come on, Reggie. Well, Simon's is 50-50 at the moment, so... I'm going to leave that poll up all stream. Or until I need to do a poll for something else. Suck it, Red Eyes. Oh, I finished free run yesterday. And it's entertaining. For sure. I see why it got popular. I hope they do more seasons of it. It's like that's my like biggest gripe with anime in general is when they do a season 1 and then that's it, and then they never go back to it. That's why a lot of the times I prefer manga, because you could just keep reading until it's done. Whereas anime, you always, most of the time you're left like just upset. Oh, and recently I picked up on like a trend that's been happening. All like the most of the anime that's coming out in the last like maybe 3 years, maybe more than that, but like most of like the anime that's been coming out that's been kind of big or like around and people talk about it, I've been reading them since like the start. So I got excited that they were getting an anime. They got their anime, and while the anime was airing, the manga would stop. People would stop translating it, and they'd stop because the anime was going, I thought. But then the anime finishes, and then they just don't come back, and they don't continue translating it. And it's really annoying, because I want to keep reading them, but now like it seems like no one cares about them anymore. And there's so many series like that. Like that's happened to. I can't wait for Mushoku Tensei though. This next season, I think it's going to catch up to the manga. I think. As far as I know, I think Mushoku Tensei is a light novel, so it doesn't matter if they catch up to the manga. It's the same thing with the slime one, because it's a light novel, they can just keep going. But the stuff that's happened in the manga recently been like really good. Regice, could you please just like shine like soon? That'd be great. Because then I can move on to things that I actually like Reggie Gigas and Drago. I still didn't figure out if I did Gigas before or after. I didn't look that up. Shane, you stupid ice. And you reckon if you had Reg Ice, you can just like make like little icicles to put in your drink? Like little ice cubes? Do you think that's possible? If you had like an ice type? I feel like it's got to be, right? Because in the anime, they use like fire types to start fires. So if like you can use a fire type to start fires or help you cook, why couldn't you use an ice type to cool your drinks down? And if that's the case, why is there no like, I don't know, ice cream stores or something that do that? Like there's the ice cream stall that has the Vanillite. But I feel like they just got the Vanillite because it's the ice cream Pokemon and they're making ice cream. But you could use like Sneasel. Or something similar. Bro, imagine if you had a mammoth swine in like your ice cream store. It would be pretty funny though if someone in the Pokemon world caught a Regice and then just used it to keep his drinks cool and didn't really fight with it. That'd be pretty funny. Bro, my dog's like my dogs don't like the summer. Well, Panda couldn't care less. She doesn't care about the summer. Summer doesn't bother her a bit. Asta hates the summer because he's got really long hair, really long thick hair. So summer, like, it makes him way hot, and he annoys the shit out of me because he like. I feel like he has this idea in his head that if he's hot, I have to be hot. So in summer, he tries to lay on me more because he's hot. And for some reason, he tries to make me hot. I don't know. But in winter, Anna's not a fan of winter. So she'll snuggle up more with me in winter. But she also like sooks more in winter. Because she's cold, because she's got like staffy hair. She's got like short hair. So this year I'm thinking of like buying her like a doggy jumper. But the other thing is too, Asta doesn't like winter. For some reason he gets cold too, and I don't know why. Like he's got. The best way I can explain his hair is like a husky. He's got like husky hair. Yet he gets cold in winter. And I have no idea why. Like he shivers. It's insane. So yeah, he just doesn't like either season. I feel like he probably prefers like in the middle. It's not too hot, not too cold. But in winter, like I have to deal with Panda like sooking at me because it's cold. Because for some reason they think I can like turn the sun on and off. I don't know. So she's currently like sooking next to me because she's cold, I guess. Even though, you know, she's wrapped up in blankets. And then if I'm sitting on the lounge or whatever, I have to deal with Asta like sitting next to me or on me shaking. But I prefer winter. Like 100%. I prefer winter over summer. Summer sucks. Actually, I might not go long with streaming this. Regice makes me angry. I think I said that last stream. He makes me angry just hunting him. Like the longer that I'm doing this, I've only been doing this for 20 minutes. I'm already realizing I'm starting to get a little mad. Just because I hate Regice so much. So, I don't know, we might only go for 2 hours. Because I think that's probably as long as I can put up with this thing. Also, is that like... That's not... It's not. I never even looked at it. There we go. I think that's better. Oh, look at the ups. Wait, did it shine? I wasn't looking. Oh well. Tough shit. Tough titties. God, I hate red ice. I'm gonna Google it. I'm Googling it. Let's see what Google says. Okay. Does anyone like red ice? Or doing multiple things at once is... It's not hard, but it's just like kind of annoying. Why do people hate on Regice? Oh, on Reggie legendaries. No, people don't hate on the Regis as legendaries. I like Registeel. Registeel is cool. Regigigas is cool too. Is Regice any good? Long story short, Regice is not a pocket monster you'd want for climbing rank ladder. So no. Which one is the best Reggie? Original 3, Registeel. If you include Regigigas, I would say like Regigigas is probably better, right? Hold up. I'm gonna mark this, otherwise I'll forget. If you include Regidrago and Regieleki, I probably like Regieleki the best, I think. Now. 6, Regirock has high defense port. What? Every Reggie in Pokemon ranked. They put Regirock below Regice? What is wrong with people? They put Registeel though above all of those three. That makes sense. But Regirock below Regice? Are they insane? And they put Regidrago, Regigigas. Oh, number 1, Regieleki. I just like Regieleki because I like electric types are probably my second favorite type. Like I like fighting type. But then second favorite's probably electric. Okay, here we go. Why do people hate on Regi legendaries? Personally, I haven't had the privilege of catching a legendary yet. Let's deal with people hating on Registeel and Regice before him. What? People hate on Registeel? Who hates on Registeel? I've never heard of anyone hating on Registeel. The Regis are great defenders? What? Ice is like the worst type for defending. Because we can't put the Regis in gyms, they are basically used... Oh, he's talking about Pokemon Go. They look like butt plugs. Oh my god. Yes. Very hard to use butt plugs, but yes. Oh, actually Registeel just straight up looks like a butt plug. I'm not... Yeah, he looks... This one's probably the hardest one to put in. Okay. Why? I just want to know. I just want to know if anyone likes Regice. There's a whole video talking about how useless Regice is. That kind of makes me happy. Need to mark that. It look like butt plugs. That's so funny. G'day Simon, how's it going? I was just Googling if anyone likes Regice. And then I found out, you know what people ranked them? And this blows my mind. They ranked Regirock at number 6, right? And then they ranked Regice at number 5. Who puts Regice above Regirock? Regirock is way better than Regice. Regice sucks. And then they put 4 is Registeel. Then 3, Regidrago. Then 2 is Regigigas. And then 1 is Regieleki. So I was saying, from the original 3, Registeel is my favorite. But Regice is my least favorite. Just in any order, Regice is always my least favorite. But Registeel was my favorite. And then when they added Regigigas, I liked Regigigas more. And then when they added these two, Drago and Eleki, Regieleki is my favorite. And I'd say I like him probably more than Registeel now. But it's only because my favorite typing is fighting, and then my second favorite is electric. So if there was a fighting type Regi, I would probably like that one the most. Regidrago is my fave. He's cool. Like, I wouldn't say he's not cool. Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe if they made like a fairy Regi, that one might be my favorite. I'm not gonna lie, because I think it would look really cool. Like, I would probably like a fairy type Regi over a fighting type Regi, simply because I think a fighting type Regi wouldn't look very good. But I bet your ass a fucking fairy type Regi probably would look really cool. Yeah, I'd say my favorite typings are fighting, and then it's like 50-50 in the second spot for electric and fairy. Shadow Regi would look awesome. And a ghost one too. Well, Shadow Regi would have to be a ghost. Because, like, I don't think have they made a dark type where they've just called it a shadow type? Or, like, they've made it a shadow? I don't think they have. Because, like, the closest thing to that would be Marshadow, and he's a ghost type. So, like, a Shadow Regi would have to be a ghost type. I don't know how would they... What would a dark type Regi even look like? Can't even picture it. But yeah, my second spot for typings is probably electric and fairy 50-50. I can't believe people put fucking Regirock below fucking Regice. What is wrong with them? People are mental. Right, dark, not shadow, sorry. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Marshadow's a ghost type, right? Hold up. Because that's the closest thing to like a shadow. If Marshadow. What typing are you? Fighting and ghost. Yeah. So like if you want a shadow type Regi, it'd have to be a ghost. Because no dark types can like act like shadows. But ghost types can. Or like Mega Gengar. Yeah, well, he's a ghost. That's what I'm saying. Like, so whenever you picture a dark type, right, you shouldn't picture shadows. Right? Because in Japan, right, the fighting type is like the heroic type. It's like the hero. You know what I mean? So like if you watch anime, so you have like the hero, right? And then you have the bad guy. Right? There's always the bad guy. And in Japan, the good guy, the hero, is the fighting type. And the bad guy, or like the demon lord, they consider that as the dark type. So the dark type Pokemon aren't like supposed to be like shadows. They're supposed to be like just evil. They're supposed to just be bad guys. That's why a lot of the dark types have like an evil look to them. Like Grimmsnarl and that. The Grimmsnarl just straight up looks like an evil villain. Like that's the way they see those two typings. That's why fighting is super effective against dark. Because the hero should always win. This makes me think of that many Demon King animes. Oh yeah. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Oh yeah, there's heaps. If there's a isekai or like a fantasy story where they get teleported to another world, you bet your ass there's a fucking demon lord. And like if there's not, like Free Ren, I just finished Free Ren, the anime, yesterday. There was one, but they killed him already. And then the story starts with the journey after that. So even if there isn't one currently, there was one. But yeah, that's why fighting is super effective against dark. Because fighting is the hero, and the hero always wins. Like, if you ever, thought about that and thought it was weird that fighting was super effective against dark? Because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, does it? When you think about it. It's not until you hear, like, that logic that you're like, oh, okay. Now it makes sense. Oh, take this off. I'm getting warm. Every anime I've seen either has Demon started or Demon King. Well, have you watched Mushoku Tensei? Because they don't have a Demon Lord. They have, like... What would you call them? I think they call them kings. But they're not really Demon Lords. Like, I think there's someone called, like, the Sword King. There's the Dragon King. There's the Man King. Like, they have these things. They're like Calamity class people and creatures that are so strong that they could destroy the world. But no one's actively going and trying to kill them. There's not really Demon Lords in that. And that's an isekai. Not yet. You should. If you like isekai, that is one of the best. If not the best. The other thing you got to get past is Rudius is kind of like pervy. He's pervy because before he was reincarnated, he was like a 30-year-old virgin or whatever. And I don't even think he'd seen a girl naked in real life. So he's like this guy who sits inside all day and like never goes outside, never sees girls, nothing. So when he comes to this world where it's like a fantasy world with a bunch of hot chicks, he gets like extremely pervy. To the point where like he prays to panties. These panties are like his god. And he prays to them like every day. If you can get past that, the rest of the show is really good. It's a mixture of like comedy, action, like romance, drama, like it's got everything. I've been reading it since it was shit. I've been reading the manga since the manga had like maybe 20 chapters or something, maybe less than that. Like I've been reading it way before I got the anime. Yeah, it's not demons, it's overpowered heroes. Oh, this one? Rudius isn't overpowered. He kind of is, but he isn't. He has to train to get overpowered. But even so, he's still not overpowered. He still gets, like, shit on a couple times. Spy Family only has 25 episodes. I don't know if there's more. Oh, there's more. I think in total there is 30 something, 36, I think. 36, 38, something around that. I watched all, it's good. Oh, bro. I put off Spy Family, right? Everyone was raving on about it. and I put it off because I'm not a fan of guns, right? I'm a fan of playing games that have guns in it, like Red Dead Redemption and that, but I'm not a fan of like watching anime and there being guns, right? But I can get around that if I watch an anime where it's based on something that should have guns. You know what I mean? So because Spy Family is a show about spies, spies should have guns. So I decided to watch it, but I was putting it off simply because I don't really like guns. And yeah, when I started to watch it, holy shit, it's so good. It's so good. It's so funny. It's entertaining. It made me cry. It's so good. It's animated, no guns, but should have magic. Oh. Do you want to know where it started? I can tell you where it started, right? Before this, I couldn't care less if an anime had guns in it. But I watched when it first came out. When did it come out? Hold up. I'm gonna Google it so I can tell you exactly when this started with me. When the hell did the first season for this come out? It has 2 seasons now, but I watched the second season just because if I watch the first season all the way through, I will watch the second season because I watched the first season. And the second season was weird. Then when I looked it up, it turned out they like rushed through a lot of shit, and that's why the second season didn't make a lot of sense. 2017 it came out, right? I thought it was a waifu anime at first. Then after your recommendation, I started to watch it. Oh, the Spy X Family. Is that the one you're talking about? You're as hot as fuck. I thought the same too. I was like, she couldn't be that good. Everyone's raving on about her. And then like I watched it and I was like, holy shit, she's hot. What the fuck? You're as hot as fuck. I like stockings. I don't know if I've said that, but I do like stockings a lot. And like, I don't know, the way she does her hair and stuff is, I don't know, it's hard to explain why she's hot. But in 2017, right, I watched In Another World with my smartphone, right, season 1. And it was like halfway through that season, I think. Yeah, it would have been like episode 4 or 5 or something. The guy in it, he has a smartphone. I thought, oh, this might be entertaining. And he could use his smartphone in this other world by putting magic into it or something. And like that part I didn't care too much about. It was when he decided to make a gun. And the gun can also turn into a sword. Where I was like, this is stupid. The dude, right, has every magic attribute, right? An insane amount of like mana. So he can pretty much just spam magic if he wants. Oh, got my throat. But on top of that, in this world, there's not only like attribute magic, there's also magic called null magic, where people that have null magic can have their like own original magic, right? And no one else can use anybody else's original magic. That's the whole thing with null magic, right? So, and you're just born with this null magic, and then you figure it out as you go along. Some null magic is useless. Like, I think there was one that instantly cools down drinks or something stupid like that. But then there's useful ones, like teleportation magic, right? That's a null magic. No one else can use it. This dude, his null magic is that he can use everybody else's null magic. So he's just stealing people's null magic, and he's like using, not only can he use every element, he can now just use every single magic as long as he doesn't even have to know what the magic does. He just reads a book and it's like, oh, teleportation magic. Oh, I can figure out what that does just from the fucking name of it. and then he can just do it, right? So he has all this shit, right? On top of that, he's just pretty decent with a sword. He's sturdy. He's fast. And for some reason, he decides to make a fucking gun. Like, what is the need for a gun at this point? Like, what is wrong with you? Just, like, if you want a gun, right, and you're in a world with magic, why don't you just point your finger like a gun and shoot magic? That makes more sense. But yeah, that was the anime where I got to that episode and I was like, what? And then I watched it all the way through and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna watch anything like that again. That was stupid. And yeah, ever since then, if there's a fantasy anime where like they go to a world with swords and magic and the dude makes a gun or like finds a way to get a gun, that's it. I pretty much just dropped the show immediately. The only one I didn't was Afaruda. I think that's what it's called. I didn't drop that one. And that guy has like guns and like tanks and like heavy like miniguns and shit, but the way that they work is he has to use his magic. They don't work unless he uses his magic. Right? That one I was like, that's not too bad. The only reason why I watched all that was and I even watched season 2 was because it's funny. Otherwise I would have like dropped that as well. If it wasn't as funny as what it was. But yeah, that's like one of my biggest things I hate is when they go to a fantasy world and they're like, I need a gun. Because my magic is like overpowered. I'm just going to use a gun. Use a sword. Like what? What's wrong with you people? But yeah, that's my rant. And that's the anime that fucking made me realize. And I don't think I've met anybody that holds the same like thought process as me when it comes to that either. Like my friend thinks it's weird and I should get over it. Are you gonna try and sit on my lap? Is that where this is going? You're being weird right now. It's not even cold. That like it's cold, but it's not even that cold. Why are you shivering? I'm not getting the heater out. You can sit there all you want. At least a magical sword. Yeah. Like just use magic or sword. You 1v1 me? Not right now. So I don't even know if we're playing the same game. Like, you just think of it like logically, right? If you were teleported to a world where there's swords and magic, the only way that I would go, I'm going to make a gun, is if I was like not gifted with magic, right? And I trained with swords and I was bad at it. Then I would go, okay, I'll make a gun because I'm shit at everything else. But when you have magic and you can use a sword, why the fuck would you make a gun? This seems really, really stupid. But yeah, I really like a It could be isekai or it can just be normal anime. But I like anime where you get to watch the character grow stronger. Like they start off not that great and they grow stronger. Like Black Clover. Really good for that. Master starts off, he's like got muscles, but other than that, he's like pretty weak. And you get to watch him grow stronger the more the show goes on. And like Mushoku Tensei is like that too. But it's like kind of like he starts off as like an overpowered baby, learns his magic, and then once he like hits that peak, he just stays at that peak because he's like thinks he's super powerful, so he doesn't train. And then shortly after realizes that he needs to train more because he's not as powerful as what he thinks he is. So you get to like see this like growth, and I really like that. If it happened to me, I would want an overpowered sword infused with magic that can turn into a griffin that can use magic. Okay, everything you just said, right? I gotta figure out the name of it. Hold up. It hasn't got an anime yet, but I was saying earlier on the stream, all of the manga that I read is good, right? And for like the past 3 or 4 years, they've all been slowly getting animes. So this one will probably also get an anime at some point. Because like all of the anime that's coming out right now on Crunchyroll, I've been reading them for years, right? It's just that people like isekais and stuff, and people that make anime is like, oh, holy shit, people actually like isekais, we should make more. And now they're just like grabbing everything and trying to throw it at the wall and see what sticks. But like, I've been reading them for ages, so I already know they're good. Bro, I have so much manga bookmarked here. Holy shit. Crap. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You like everything you just said? There's a manga about that, and I reckon you'd like it. Crap. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I think it has legend in it. In the title, I think. Is this it? Okay, yeah, this is it. Shut up. It's called Legend, and then in brackets, Takano Masahura. I think it has another name, but like, yeah, I think if you just Google this, you might find it. It's an isekai where the guy gets teleported to another world, and then he like becomes like, how do I explain it? There's like a sage or something. He gets spawned in this house. Like, I don't even think he's reincarnated. I think he's teleported. I can't remember the start because it's been years since I started reading this. But he goes to this other world and he's in this house, and it's like the sage's house or something. And the sage like gives him like all of his shit. Like, what do you call it? Like chooses him as like a successor kind of thing. So he gets all this like overpowered shit. And then yeah, he tames a griffin. And but he doesn't use a sword, he uses a death scythe. But it's very, very entertaining and good. So you might actually like it. Yeah, I've been reading all this stuff for years. Scythe? Yeah, like a death scythe. Do you know what a death scythe is? If you look that up, I'm pretty certain on the front cover it's just him standing there holding it. You know the Grim Reaper? You know when you see images of the Grim Reaper and he's holding that big stick with a giant blade on the top of it? That's a death scythe. Yeah, that's a death scythe. That's what this guy has. He tames a griffin, and like he runs around with a death scythe, and like he immediately when he starts like being an adventurer, like makes a name for himself because he's just so out of the ordinary. Because on top of the fact that he uses a death scythe, fucking, I don't, they, like he's like the first person that's tamed a griffin. And everyone's like blown away by it. But yeah, that manga is really good. And it's only a matter of time before it gets an anime. I want the red Halo sword with the T-looking thing at the end. I haven't really played Halo. I think I played Halo once when I was younger. So I don't really know a lot about Halo. Can you stop looking at me? I know you're cold. I can't do anything about it. Bloody baby. You have fur. Deal with it. Should we look up a pic of the sword? It looks awesome. Okay. What's it called? Is this called Red Halo Sword? What's the purple one? Purple one's cool. Red Halo Sword. Like the energy... Oh, yeah. You mean like the energy blade. Isn't it purple? Wait. I thought the energy blade was purple. Halo... Sword? Yeah, it's like a bluey purple. There's a red one? I didn't know there was a red one. What? Why is there a red one? Why is there multiple colors of it? It's kind of like a lightsaber at that point. You wanna know what my favorite sword is from like anime and stuff? I can tell you. I gotta remember what the name is. I can never remember what the name is because he has like fucking 4 swords at this point, I think. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. My favorite sword in anime is Asta's Demon Destroyer sword. It's the one where like the top of the sword like frays out and it has like a clover on it. It's the sword that like he can take away magic with it. So like when people like poison him and stuff, he can like suck away that poison with the sword. It's that one. That one's my favorite. I love that sword. Oh. Yeah, if you want isekais, I'm your guy. That's like mostly what I read. And watch. I love isekai. Love fantasy. Like the new one that just started, it's like, I think it's called like Chilling in Another World. It has a really long title. I just call it Chilling in Another World. Like that one. I've been reading that one for years as well. It just got an anime. That one's good. Oh, that one. Searched it up. Now it's called the Crucible Sword. It looks cool. Oh, what? The Chill in Another World one? What? Oh, you mean the Destroyer Sword? What? It hasn't changed name. They still call it the Destroyer Sword in the manga. Like he used it, it was like 2 chapters ago, I think. And he still called it the Destroyer Sword. So, like, if someone's calling it the Crucible Sword, they're wrong. It's like, the fucking person who makes the manga and writes the manga still calling it the Destroyer Sword. Because, like, the way his swords work, right, is you got Demon Slayer, which is the first one. Then you got Demon Dweller, right, which is the one that sucks in magic and then throws it out. Then you got the Destroyer, which is that one. And then what did he call the new one? The katana that he has. I can't remember what he called that one. But it's something similar. But they all start with D. Destroyer, Dweller, oh no, Slayer. They don't all start with D. But yeah. Press it up now. It's called the Crucible Sword from Halo. Ah, the Halo sword. I thought you were talking about Black Clover. I was like, what? Why would they change it? Openly been calling it something else. Crucible Sword. Ah, this is cool. Oh yeah, it's kind of like what I was saying. Like, I like swords. You see at the top of the sword how like phrase out. It's not quite like a pointy sword. I like swords like that. I like swords that don't typically look like swords, like normal swords. I like them to have like a weird design to them. That's why I like the Destroyer sword. Because like all of Asta's other swords just look like swords. Whereas the Destroyer sword, like, has the frayed top. The top that comes out. It makes it different. That sword's not bad. I wouldn't want a sword that's so bright though. That's why I always thought the swords from Lord of the Rings would be really annoying. Because like the minute like orcs come near, they fucking glow. You know how annoying that would be if you're trying to like hide from them and just let them pass and then your sword starts to fucking glow? Well, I don't need a torch in the night. Yeah, but fucking everything's going to be able to see you. Oh, I can't stop burping, bro. Tastes bad too. One of those towers. Red light top? You mean like a... Oh, I can't stop burping. You mean like a lighthouse? You know what other isekai animes I like? I like the ones where they don't really... Like, they might be overpowered, but they're not, they don't go and fight and stuff. Like, I've got a couple mangas that I'm reading where they're just like trying to live quietly on like a mountain or an island. They've just been making a farm, building a house, and just trying to chill. I think they're really entertaining as well to read. I feel like if I ever got teleported to a fantasy world, that's probably what I would do. I probably wouldn't go, yeah, sure, let's go fight the demon lord. I'd probably go, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna go hang out in a cabin in the woods and just chill. Like that new anime I was just telling you about, the chillin' in, I think it's called Chillin' in Another World. That's the same thing. He's like, they kick him out. And so he's like, okay, because they don't think he's the hero. But he is. But they kick him out, and he's like, okay. He just builds a cabin in the woods. Just chills in the woods. And like, I think at one point, Princess even comes to like implore him and ask him to like come and help them. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna chill in my cabin. But I think like the people that were fighting the princess, they also like come to him and try to fight him. So he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm involved now. But yeah, it's pretty funny. I love that. I think it's great. It's not like they can capture him and force him because he's like so overpowered. I want a game where you can customize your character, but there is no other difference from the real world. You can respond and it's VR. Well, at some point that's probably going to happen. Right? What I want, right? And they will probably never make it because people are so fucking like babies about it. I think when GTA 5 came out, someone made a mod for online or something, or they did something where like it simulated sex with a woman. So they got this like female like person who was, well, they got a female character, but it also turned out to be a female in real life. She was playing the game online, and they like just pretty much like raped her in the game. And like it caused up a whole big stink, but like it wasn't really, because it was just like I don't know, I can't remember if the clothes came off or not. I don't remember, but like they couldn't like do anything else. They just simulated it. You know what I mean? It's like if you got your character to crouch down and then the other one came up to you and you pretended to blow him. It was like that sort of thing. But yeah, it like caused up a huge stink, and that's why I think that it would never happen. But I want a game, like in a fantasy world or this world, I don't care, but a fantasy world would be better. But make one where you can do anything. Anything. Absolutely anything you put your mind, like comes into your mind. You can do it. Right? I feel like that would be great. And like, the thing with it is don't just like make it so you can go around like grabbing on girls' titties and like nothing happens. No. Make it have consequences. Right? Like in the real world and that. But yeah, I just think that'd be really like a really entertaining game, and I reckon it would do really well if you could just do whatever. Because could you imagine, like, you would do stuff like that, and then that person could easily just like decide they're gonna get revenge on you, and like never let you like have a day of peace, and just keep coming back to kill you over and over and over again. I don't know. I just find the comedy in like things like that. I just think like, yeah, something bad could happen like that, and it might be traumatizing, but I could just imagine after that. Because it probably wouldn't even just be like the person that happened to would come for revenge. It'd probably be like a lynch mob. Probably like a whole group of people would come and help her. There's a 3% chance of not working in game. No, not just like that. Just like everything, pretty much. You know what I mean? But if you decide to like go and like rape someone in the game, like make it so like you get like a star system rating or something like in GTA, and you just can't get rid of it, right? It's just stuck there now because you did that crime, and you're eventually going to get caught. You know what I mean? And when you do get caught, you'll get put in jail for a certain period of time. Like it won't be years in real life. It could be like days. So it's kind of like a ban, I guess. Like make it so like you get put in jail for 60 days or something. And that equates to like 60 years. And then when you like go to get out, your character is like ancient. You know what I mean? I just think that would be really funny. Kind of like a real life like game as a game. Because then like once you've done that, it would then give you more reason to not get caught. You know what I mean? Which would then just make you do more and more fucked up shit to not get caught. Like it's just in my head, like it's just you do something bad, it's gonna trickle down to more bad things. You know what I mean? And then the like responding party on the other side could also do bad things to get back at you. Just like the scenarios in my head that could play out just from off one thing. That's just one thing. There could be a number of things that could happen. You know what I mean? It's just that that stuff doesn't happen in real life because there's consequences, right? Whereas in a video game, if there was consequences but they weren't as bad, I reckon like people would play that game in a heartbeat. But yeah, I remember when that GTA thing happened. And oh shit, it was a fucking shitstorm. People wanted the game banned. They wanted all this shit. It was mental. They wanted like stricter regulations, like. And then GTA is still going. And I don't remember if they did anything about it. I think they just banned the people that did it. What was the... In saying that, I read a manga a while ago. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's like it's at a standstill now where they haven't brought out chapters in a while. Or well, the people haven't translated. But in it he was sleeping with the with a girl. I can't remember if it was a slave he bought or if it was like an adventurer person in his party. I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I read it. But it was like the early on chapters. He slept with one of these girls, and when he like finished, like a notification came up or something about how, or like I think before he started, it came up about how he could like get them pregnant. So he invented like magic to stop them from being pregnant. Like it like destroys his sperm or something. I don't remember. But yeah, when I remember reading it and going, okay, well this is different. It was like contraceptive magic or something. He invented it. Can you stream today? I don't know. I was planning on ending at 2 hours because Reg Ice makes me mad. Like after 20 minutes, I was already getting angry with hunting this thing. So I don't know. We might go longer. Who knows? Just depends on how mad I am by the time 2 hours hits. I'm doing alright at the moment because I'm distracted. But yeah, it's things like that in manga, right, that stand out and make you remember them. Because you read that and you're like, what? Okay. That's new. What was the other one? There was another one that had something weird like that too. Didn't have contraceptive magic, but like, was it that? I think it got an anime recently. It's like harem in a dungeon or something like that. It was called. And in that world, demi-humans, like, there's a dwarf girl. I think the first one he gets is like a wolf girl or something. Like anything that's not human can't breed with humans, so they'll never be able to have children with him. So he can sleep with them as much as he wants. Like that one was another one where I read that and was like, okay, you just wanted an excuse to make him sleep with them a whole bunch. I'm willing to also make me a mod. It's not over yet, is it? Hmm? You never know. A bunch of people could come in and vote no. I already said I'd do it at the end of stream. What's your opinion on harem animes and manga? Do you like them? Or not? Up by 2. I think I'm by 3. There's 4 votes. I think 1 vote for no, and then there's 3 for yes. But you never know. 4 people could come in right now and all vote no. We don't know what fate has in store for you. Ow. She yanked my hair out. Yeah, that's another reason why I like Faruda. Is because the main character is like a one-woman guy. He got his girl at the start that he's in love with, and that's it. Other girls keep like trying to like chime in on it, and he even openly said to one of them that the only girl for him is Yui, and that's it. And there's no room for no more. And like I prefer that over the harem stuff. But you know, a lot of people like harem stuff, so like majority of East guys and stuff are just chockers with harem shit. I need to watch I haven't caught up with Log Horizon. There's a new season. I think I watched up to season 2 or 3, I think. But there's a new season. I need to catch up. That's another good Isekai. Log Horizon. I caught up with crap. What's it called? Overlord. Caught up with that one. I think it's ending soon. Or something. I think I heard someone say that. Trying to think of other Isekai animes that are like really, really good. It's Sword Art's technically an Isekai, but you know, first season was good, the rest of it was dog shit. Well, I think the newest seasons are good. I don't know. I never watched them. But I heard people say they were good. Maybe Death March? Death March wasn't too bad. See, this is the problem with like reading manga and watching anime, is that I have titles for isekai in my head, right? But I don't remember if they got an anime or not. My dogs are sucking at me. Oh, my nose. How dog's cold. Well, I assume. I was saying earlier on stream, my dog's in the weather. Asta hates summer, right? Because he's long, thick hair, like a husky. So summer for him sucks. And he like whinges at me a lot and tries to sit on me a lot, because I think in his head he's like, well, if I'm hot, you're hot. So he tries to lay on me a lot. Whereas Panda likes summer. She likes laying in the sun and stuff. So summer doesn't bother her, because she's also short hair like a staffy. But winter, Panda hates winter because she's got short hair. So she's cold. And so she sits there and she sucks and she sucks and she sucks at me because it's cold. Even when you like wrap her up in a blanket, because she's wrapped up in a blanket now and she's just been sucking at me the entire stream. But also in winter, Asta doesn't like it either, and he gets cold to the point where he shivers, even though he has long hair. I don't get it, but yeah, he shivers, and he'll sit next to me or on me, and he'll just shiver. I turn the heater on. Well, just take it. I don't know why you. I'm not getting it for you. Just take it off her. She's not even using it. She's took his toy. She's just sitting there. She's not even playing with it. You're a bully. You know that? Fucking bitch. So yeah, summer hates. Asta hates summer and winter. Panda hates winter. So like now it's coming into winter. I'm gonna be harassed and annoyed a lot. Because now it's not just one dog, it's going to be two dogs. But yeah, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm hot, but it's still only 20 degrees. So it's kind of chilly. And there's like a chilly breeze. But I'm hot. So I might be getting sick. I don't know. But yeah, so that's why I assume they're cold. Because I do feel it. It's coming underneath the door, the breeze. And I do feel it on my feet. Also, if I get the heater out, Panda knows how to turn it on. We had trouble with it last winter, because I would like go to the toilet, go to the dunny, or like I'd go make something to eat and I'd come back in and it'd be like super hot in my room and I'd go, what the fuck? And I'd look at the heater and she's turned it on, because it's just like switches on the side. So she figured out if she just puts a foot on it, pushes, the switches turn on. So she kept doing that. You don't turn the heater on? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. She tried to figure out how to turn the air conditioner on too. She realized that the button was on top. So she would get up on the lounge and she would put her foot on top of it. She kept smacking her foot on top of it. I'd keep telling her off. She was trying to turn the aircon on. Yeah, she's not dumb. She knows how to open doors. right? Because all our doors, they're not like turn handles, they're like lever handles. So she knows how to open all of them. Our toilet door, she knows that the toilet door doesn't, even when it's shut, it's not shut. If you hit it hard enough, it will open. So she just slams into it, open it when I'm in there. Yeah, she's not dumb. She knows how to open the fridge. She's done that a bunch of times. She just gets on the lounge and pushes the side of the door. It'll open. Yeah, she's a real pain. She's too smart for her own good. And like, it didn't take her long to figure out the heater either. And the air conditioner took her even less. I think it took her a day to figure out how I was turning the air conditioner on. She's half border collie, so... But I think they're known as the smartest dogs. Hold up. They're either the smartest dogs or they're one of them. What is the smartest dog breed? Yeah, border collie. Border collie, Doberman, Labrador Retriever, German Shepherd, Australian cattle dog. What the hell is this? Sheltie? Never even heard of that. Sheltie. The fuck are you? Oh, that's like, Lassie. Oh, I didn't know they were called a Sheltie. You learn something new every day, I guess. Is that short for something? It's gotta be short for something, right? The Shetland Sheepdog. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say that. Sheltie. It's a weird name to call a dog. But yeah, she's half border collie. That's why she's so smart. That's why she can, like, if I go to take them on walks, she manipulates the situation. Right? We get to the mailbox and she lays down. And she knows that if she lays down, I can't go anywhere. I can't pull the fat bitch. She weighs 40 kilos. I'm not gonna fucking drag her along the street. And so she just lays there until I start to walk back up the driveway, and then she comes. And, like, runs up the driveway back into the door. But she doesn't want to walk. It's the same thing with the car, right? I didn't have to, like, when I first got her, I've barely used a lead with Panda, right? I have to use a lead with the other one because if he sees a bird, he'll just run off like an idiot. But when I first got Panda, I'd like never used a lead. So like I would like go down to get in the car and she would just, while I'm unlocking the door to get in, she'd just sit behind me and wait. And then I'd open the door. I'd open like the car door where I'm driving. And she wouldn't jump in. She knew that she was in the back, so she'd wait for me to open the back door. Yeah, she's not dumb. I think she's probably the smartest or the second smartest dog I've ever owned. Because I did have a Jack Russell. He was very smart. He was so smart he outsmarted my mother and my stepfather at the time. I think that's how smart he was. He did that quite a lot, actually. Outsmarted people. So yeah, we're getting the heater out. I have to worry about her turning it on. Because like I haven't got... I mean I can put it where the air conditioner is, but I'd have to move the air conditioner. I haven't really got a spot where I can put it up off the ground where she can't get to it. So yeah, I'd have to put it somewhere where she can't get to it, and I don't have anywhere like that currently. I think when we get to 300, I'll end stream. How about that? That way we ended on like an even number. Ow! Why'd you do that? That hurt. You little shit. You know it's heavy. I don't know why you do that. He has this toy. And it's heavy as fuck. And he drops it on me all the time. But he drops it on my foot. Oh, fuck. Oh, got it. He does it all the time. I wonder if there's... Is there... I wonder if it says the weight on this thing. Does it? No, it doesn't. It's heavy, though. That's why, like, if you got bit by Asta, you're fucked. Because, like, he chews on this thing and throws it around and plays with it. Like, every day. And I'd say it's probably, like, 5 kilos, maybe? This toy? He's, like, doing weight training with his mouth. Like, every day. So I think, like, his bite would probably be something ferocious. In saying that, though, Panda's a staffy, half staffy, so, like, she probably has a pretty tremendous bite force, too. Because I think staffies and pit bulls have, like, the highest. Now my toe hurts. He does it all the time. He has a habit of doing it. I don't know why. He's also like, it's hard to explain without showing people how much of a baby he is. I think he does it because I used to bottle feed him, but he'll come up with that toy and he'll like put it in my hand or on my leg, so I have to pick it up. Once I picked it up, he'll chew on the other end of it. He just wants me to hold it while he chews on it. But yeah, me and my mother were talking about it the other day. She also had to bottle feed hers. Because they're brother and sister. And we got them the same time. And man, it was a pain. Never get a puppy that young. It is a lot of work. But saying that, he thinks of me as like his mummy, so... That's a plus, I guess. Oh, I found out one of the dog breeds he's mixed with as well the other day. My mother's dog, which is the same, their brother and sister, it had to go get... What happened? I think it got desexed, finally. And because it's really fat, my mother's weighs the same as mine. But the difference is, Asta is like 3 times the size of her. Like, Asta is massive. Whereas my mother's dog is like the average size of a Kelpie. And Kelpies, right? Normal Kelpies are supposed to weigh anywhere between 18 to 20 kilos. That's it. And my mother's weighs 45. So it's like literally double the weight it's supposed to be. And Asta weighs 45 as well, but he is like fit, lean. Like whenever I take him to the vets, they always say, oh, look at how fit and healthy he is. He's nothing but muscle. And he's that way because he's so big. And everyone that sees him says, oh, he's a giant. He's like the biggest Kelpie they've ever seen. Right? Because he just straight up looks like a Kelpie. Doesn't look like anything else. He just looks like a Kelpie. Except for his long hair. He has abnormally like long hair for a Kelpie. That's it. That and his size. The rest of him just looks like a Kelpie. So he shocks people with how big he is. But yeah, his weight is like perfect for his size. My mother's isn't. It's fat as fuck. It's so fat. She's a gorgeous dog, right? But she's fat. But because of that, they decided to take her blood. I think to test her for diabetes or something. I don't know. But while they were doing that, they found in her blood, it's something that Rottweilers only have, or something. It was something like that. But because of that, we now know that one of the breeds that they have in them is Rottweiler. Like, so we know that they're 50% Kelpie, right? Because the mother was a purebred Kelpie. But we don't know what the father was. In saying that though, one of the puppies just looks like a Staffy that is like the creamy color from a Kelpie. The creamy brown and the dark brown. But it just looks like a Staffy. My mother's looks like a fat Kelpie. Well, mum's just looks like a Kelpie too, but like hers is like more like a normal looking Kelpie. Then there was another one that looked, I never saw it, but my mother said it looked like a completely different dog. You wouldn't even know it was the same litter. And then I have mine, right? Who has like abnormally long hair. And he's the only one that has this long hair too. All the other ones have short hair. Like Staffies and that. So I don't know why he has long hair. He's the only one. So yeah, we think that the father was a mixture of like shit tons of things. We think one of them was a Staffy. We now know one was a Rottweiler. So maybe that's where the Staffy look comes from. But I also think like that there may have been Husky because of his hair. Right, the fact that they're shadow puppies and that they, you know how Huskies talk a lot? Him and my mother's dog do the same thing. They talk a lot. My mother's is worse though. Asta only does it when he's like super happy. My mother's just does it all the time. Oh yeah, I was over there the other day and I think we were making a sandwich. And I wasn't paying attention to her while I was making the sandwich. So she just started going, whoa, 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 whoa. And I was like, okay, calm down. I'll look at you in a minute. Like, chill. So yeah, it could be a bunch of shit that they mixed with. At least now we know he's got Kelpie and Rottweiler. Could be where his size comes from. I think Rottweilers are kind of big. I've never had one, so I wouldn't know. God, I hate this thing. Okay, this is the last encounter. And I might talk for a little bit. Talk for like 30 minutes maybe. Oh. Like, Asta can be smart too sometimes, but he's more dumb. If that makes sense. I don't even know if that makes sense. He's just like, he just does things that's more stupid than smart things normally. Like, he does have moments where he does things and you're like, how the fuck did you figure that out? But most of the time it's just him doing really stupid shit and then wondering why he's in trouble. Like, you know, eating something that's dead in the backyard and then that night or the day after having the runs and not wondering what, like, looking at me like wondering why he has the runs. There you go. Boom. What's this? Oh, it's dog breeds. Like last week, so he gets the runs a lot, right? Because he's dumb and he eats things he shouldn't. Um, I've got so many examples. I'll tell you all of them. But like he eats dead things a lot and he gets the runs, and then like it's not a big deal. But last week, I don't know what he ate, but like it went through him, right? To the point where like on like the third day, I was like wiping his bum because I have to when he has the runs because he gets it everywhere, and he had blood. Like that's how much he was pooping. Like it was like every like 30 minutes or so, maybe less than that actually. We pretty much like at one point, I think I was outside at the back for like 3-4 hours. I was just reading and just hanging out the back because he just kept pooping, and I thought, fuck this, I couldn't be bothered to keep getting up and down, up and down. What do you eat? I don't know, right? We have a decently big backyard, and we have like a part where it's like a hill. It's like a steep hill, and I couldn't be bothered to go up there. And most of the time that's where everything dies, and I don't want to walk up there to see what it is. But it could be anywhere from a possum to a rat to a lizard, like a water dragon, to a snake. It could be a bird. Like we have that many different things. Could be a frog, could be a toad. I think the thing he ate last week was a toad. But like when he starts to eat it, I yell at him and he stops, right? So he doesn't eat a lot of it. So I think it was a toad, a dead cane toad, and he didn't eat enough to poison himself, but he ate enough to like give himself the runs. Wait, water dragon? You don't know what a water dragon is? I can show you. We have so many of them. There's one out the back. He's been there ever since we moved in, like almost 10 years ago, and we call him Big Boy because he's huge. He wasn't that big when we moved in, but now he's huge. And when mating season comes around, holy shit, that motherfucker is active. And like chases off all the younger males. Like he's angry. And he's beautiful. He's like head. Like that's where like a lot of the color is their like head, neck. He's a beautiful lizard. He like gets like all like really bright green sometimes. And like greeny and bluey color around his neck. And he's so good. He's an actual dragon. No. So I think it's in Latin. Lizards are, the word for lizard is like dragon or something. So there is a couple lizards that have the name dragon, even though they're not a dragon. Want this? Okay, here you go. This is a water dragon. We have crap tons of them out the back. We don't have them looking like this though. I've never seen one that fucking green. Most of them look like this, right? But the big boy, all around like here, and like all the way underneath his neck, and like this frill part. This frill part's the part that like goes like a bluey color, but all underneath here, it's like a it's a green, but it's like a bluey green, but it's a little bit more green than blue underneath here. That's what he gets. And he comes out during mating season. That's mostly when you see him. But yeah, he's massive. He's probably the biggest water dragon I've ever seen. Like normally they're like, I don't know, average size lizards. Like that's a brick. Normally they're like this big, right? They get like this big and you never see him again. But Big Boy, his head is like almost the size of this brick. Just his head. Like he's massive. Like he's been around for like since we moved in, and he was around before that because he was like that brick. He was like the size of that one, when we moved in. And now he's like fucking huge. He's still around. I think Dad fed him once, but we don't really feed him that often because he doesn't need it. The seagulls here on mating season is so loud. But that's like magpies, right? Magpies, currawongs, butcherbirds, because we live around trees. Not during mating season, but after mating season, when the babies have hatched, is the worst. Yeah, they are so annoying. So what can I do as a mod? If someone comes in chat and says something they're not supposed to, I think you can like time them out. I think, not sure, or you can delete their message. I don't know. But sometimes like messages pop up that I don't actually see because they've said something that could be bad and it's held for review. And I think you can say yeah or no when they're being held for review, which then will allow me to see it. Just fell out of on our roofs. Oh, that's not what happens here. What happens is like baby birds scream a lot. Like a lot. And the magpies we have in the tree out front, they've been here since we moved in, but they have an issue with like letting their babies go. So like my uncle came around one time and was like, why the fuck is that magpie still feeding that baby? Their babies pretty much become fully grown birds before I'm assuming the baby goes, okay, I'm out, and leaves. Like the parents are supposed to chase them off, but these magpies never do. So like we have like we have to deal with it until they're like fully grown birds before they fuck off. And it's so annoying. Like they drive us insane because it's like months. It goes on for like months of them like feeding these birds, and because they're like fully grown birds, they literally like fly around and they follow the parents with them while they're getting food and scream at them. It's so annoying. My school is a seagull nest, like hundreds of seagulls. They shit like crazy. You would hate ibises then. Here in Australia, we have a bird called an ibis, or also known as a bin chicken. They are everywhere at schools, and it's because they get in the bins. They eat food out of the bins, and they do that instead of actually hunting for food. And they stink. Like, you know when there's been an ibis around because they fucking stink. There's like a smell they have to them. They're horrible birds. And they look disgusting too. They're everywhere around schools. Also there's like a bakery down the road from where I live. They're around there too, because there's like a big industrial bin at the back. Not as many. There's probably only like 6 of them. But at schools, there's like hundreds. There's like hundreds of them. I'm just going to type in Australian ibis. Because I don't know if it's like, if there's other ibises. Oh, it's called an Australian white ibis? Okay. God, this thing looks disgusting. It's fucking feral. Oh, look, there's even a picture, literally, like, picture of it in the bin. Perfect. Didn't even have to scroll. This bird is disgusting. Like, if you mention an ibis to an Australian, probably the first things you'll hear is maybe something about them eating out of bins, like this one, or the smell. We can't go outside in the school because we get shattered on. Well, these things don't shit on you because they don't really fly that high. But, like, yeah, the smell, bro. They stink. Yeah, this is what they do. They get in the bins like this. But like, yeah, these things are fucking disgusting. They are disgusting. Yeah, they don't even look good. They look fucking shit. It's like dumbest bird ever. Look how long its fucking beak is. For what? Getting in bins. There you go. Look. Look at them all. This is just populated area. It's probably a fucking college or something. Stupid bin chicken. Yeah, look at that. This is the other thing they do. They don't even wait for you to finish. Like, you eat your food, right? And you'll put your rubbish down next to you. They'll just come up and try and take it. That's how fuck these things are. And, like, the other thing, too, right? There's another one in the bin. There's some more. Oh, there's some seagulls fighting over a bin. Okay. Oh, they've fucking. That's an ibis fighting some seagulls in a bin. Perfect picture. But the thing with these are, right, is they could be standing next to you and they don't stink that bad, right? It's the minute that they open their wings to fly or whatever, that's when the smell hits you. It's like it's underneath their wings, the smell. Oh. It's like, the other thing too, right, is it's not a smell that you're like, oh, that smell is like the worst smell in the world, or anything like that. Or like, oh, it's the worst, like it stinks the worst and all this. It's just this smell that's super uncomfortable to smell, right? And it's like, it's hard to explain it. It's just like this uncomfortable smell that no one likes, that like lingers and you can't get rid of it. The funny thing is, one of students' football kicked a seagull out of the air. He yeeted it. Oh, we had one of the funniest days ever. There was two of them. Two times this happened. We were driving on the highway, and we turned off. And I was with my sister's ex-boyfriend, or boyfriend at the time. But we turned off the highway to go to work, and there was ibises. I'm like, you should probably watch out for those birds. And he goes, fuck them. They don't want to move. They're dead. And fucking two of them moved at last minute. The last one was like, oh shit, and flew up and just smashed into his fucking windshield. And feathers went everywhere. And we just started laughing because they're like, no one likes ibises. They're just a pest, right? And like, I assume it died. We just kept going. But it broke his window. And that made me laugh even more because it was like, now you have to fix your window. Sucks shit. But yeah, that was really funny. And then another day, I was driving on the highway by myself, and there was an ibis on the side of the highway on this bridge I went over, and it was eating shit. And I'm like, well, this fucking ibis is gonna get hit at some point. It then like decided to fly away, but it didn't fly away like off the side of the bridge and out of harm. It flew past my car, right? So it missed my car because it went over my bonnet. But it like flew that way, and I didn't know until it got hit that what was coming up beside me was a truck, and it hit the like not the cabbie of the truck, but like the actual truck bed, the part like the start of the like just above the cabbie. It hit that. And so all I heard was dong, and then a fucking bird corpse flew past my car. I'm like, what the fuck? And I started laughing because it was the dumbest thing ever. And like I had to pull over because I was in tears because it was just so stupid. I want to go shoot it. It would be fun. Oh, I wouldn't do that, but like, yeah, those two times were pretty funny. The truck one was definitely funnier. Because I see it flew past. I'm like, you're a fucking stupid bird. Then dong. Like, it still makes me chuckle. It was just so stupid. Like, those birds, like, they seem smart because they're like, oh, we can just eat out of bins. But then they do the dumbest shit like that. And you're like, okay, fucking moron. You do you, I guess. Yeah, I'm not even a big fan of like shooting guns. Like I've shot a gun before at shooting range. And like even that, I was like, yeah, that was fun. Like glad I got to do it. But after that, I was like, I don't think I'll do it again. Imagine birds just egg bombed us from the air. Oh, I was out the back the other day, and I was watching this bird. It was flying around. I can't remember what bird it was. I think it was like one of those fucking little, what are they called? Shit, what are they called? Like mini miners, I think we call them here. I don't know the actual name. It was like tiny bird, and he kept flying around. And he was flying around in circles and shit, and then he would like fly to one tree and then he'd fly to another tree. And it was above me. I was like, what the fuck is this bird doing? And then next minute, like, I'm standing there, and like I fucking felt something like hit my leg. The fucking bird took a shit and it hit the ground and it splashed on my leg. I think he was trying to aim to shit on me. I think that's what he was doing. So I am under the impression that birds deliberately shit on people. That they're probably sitting there with their mates and they're like, hey, watch this. I'm going to go shit on that guy. And he was like it's like he was trying to aim it up. He fucking missed though, because he sucks. But that's what it fucking seemed like. Little shit. What are you doing? I don't know if you can fit on me. I don't think they would drop an egg on you though. Not unless they were like, what's that thing where the egg gets stuck? Maybe that'd be like one chance where they might. Because I imagine they're just, if they're in midair and they can push it out, they're just going to push it out. I can't remember what it's called though, but like, yeah. There's times where like birds get eggs stuck. Because like that's how one of our birds died when I was younger. Because got an egg stuck and couldn't get it out. It was like one of the first birds we had, so we didn't know what was going on. Oh, God, itchy nose. Oh, I think I need to sneeze, but I don't know. I can like feel it. Like I need to sneeze, but it's like doesn't want to come. Are you looking at me because you want me to play with the toy? Is that what's going on? Was your day? That was alright. I woke up, fed the dogs, took a piss, and I started streaming. Oh, I made a cup of tea as well. I started drinking what? Look light. Oh bro. Yeah, looking at light works sometimes, but like this, I don't think it's gonna help with this one. It's more of like an itch in my nose. I think there might be like a dog hair or something in there. So I think blowing my nose will probably help better. I'll slap a bald guy with a tortilla. I mean, I've done that before. My dad's bald. I think I did to him like, I think it was like a month ago now. We had tacos. And he asked for a tortilla. And I grabbed that out and I like put my hand over to give it to him. And he turned away. Like he seen me do it and he turned away. I went, motherfucker. So I slapped it on the back of his head. Does the sound be funny? I mean, you could do it with ham. Ham's funnier. I did it with ham too, like years ago. Ham's funnier, for sure. But yeah, recently I've been like, because I can't have milk, and I can't have cheese, and I can't have pushing a butter really either. But I have a little bit every now and then. But I used to have a little bit of milk in my tea, just like a tiny bit. Like when I say like a tiny bit, I mean like probably less than a teaspoon of milk. Like that's what I mean by like tiny bit. but I can't even have that now. So I've been having cups of tea with like no milk whatsoever. And it's like breakfast tea. So it's supposed to have a little bit of milk in it. That's not bad. I've actually been enjoying it. Like I thought I wouldn't like it. It's been alright. I actually don't mind it. I've always drunk my coffee black, so that didn't matter. But I do need to buy coffee I actually like. I don't know why, but I want to throw things at Bolgaz. Okay. Is that a fetish? I used to love milk, but now it's disgusting. Just okay. I enjoy the taste of milk. I love cheese. Like cheese is like one of my favorite things. And I can't have it. I used to really like chocolate too. I can't have chocolate. I also really liked ice cream, and I can't have ice cream, right? One of my favorite things to have, like dessert wise, was mousse. I can't even have that. Like a lot of the things that I love, I can't have anymore. Why? I'm lactose intolerant. And I used to be able to have like a slice of cheese on a sandwich, right? But like the last, how long has it been now? Month maybe? Maybe 2? Yeah, actually more like 2 months. I haven't been able to have any at all. Right. I had a slice of cheese one day and it just went straight through me. And then I thought, okay, well now I can't eat cheese. And then I had a cup of tea like a month ago with a little bit of milk in it, and the same thing happened. And I thought to myself, there was barely any in it. So I'm now at a point where I just can't have any. I used to be able to have like a little bit, but now I just can't have any. Lactose intolerance. Yeah, it sucks. It's the worst. I assume like it wouldn't be bad if you were born with it, right? And you didn't spend nearly 30 years tasting all the stuff. I feel like that would be fine. But like I know what cheese tastes like. I know what chocolate tastes like. I know what mousse tastes like, and I want it. Like I'm not even joking. One of my favorite meal, well, 2 of them. I really like chicken parmigiana, which is like a chicken breast with like salsa. You can put bacon on it as well, but I don't put bacon on it. Not a huge fan of bacon. But you put like salsa and then you put cheese on it. Can't really have that anymore because can't have cheese. And the other one is lasagna. I love lasagna. I can't really have it anymore. And like people say, oh, why you use lactose free cheese and all this? Vegan cheese. It doesn't taste the same. It's not the same. It's like my sister one time. We went to, she was having a party. It was for my nephew. And one of the kids that was coming over couldn't eat gluten. He couldn't eat gluten. So she made gluten-free cupcakes for him. And I didn't know that. I started eating this cupcake and I spat it out. And she goes, what? I said, what the fuck? I was like, this cupcake is horrible. How the fuck do you fuck up a cupcake? And then that's when she told me that it was a gluten-free one. It's disgusting. It was horrible. But that kid that came around, though, he ate all of them. So he thought they were fucking great. But they were horrible. Same thing. I've had vegan cheese before and it wasn't great. Do you like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? I have no idea who they are. Also, g'day, Jakers. How's it going? But yeah, being lactose intolerant sucks. Oh, you wrote it correctly. Do you also happen to be Australian? When you say it like that, it sounds like you're trying too hard, Simon. Australian band. Okay. The American. There's an Australian band called G'day. I didn't even know that. But that's, if you're ever wondering, that's how you, if you wanted to write G'day, that's how you write it. That's exactly how you write it. Sorry. If you wanted to sound natural, you write G'day and then just mate. That's it. G'day, mate. That's it. Or you could also write G'day, mate. How's it going? I'm gonna Google this. G'day band. Slim Dusty did a song called G'day. No band came up though. Oh, is the band? Ah, okay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, pretty much. Bro, you got to be careful with the way you say cunt too, because that means numerous things depending on how you say it. Bro, I haven't heard Slim Dusty in fucking years. Holy shit. Completely forgot about Slim Dusty. Yeah, I'm not a big music person. I never really have been. I will say though, the song I play at the start of every stream now, I love it. I love it so much. I don't like dust. I like chocolate dust. Do you not know who Slim Dusty is? That's what I'm getting from that. How can you not? He's an Australian legend. I mean, he's not really. I mean, he probably is to like my dad, but not to me. Sounds like Slim Jim. Just look up Slim, right? Like that, Slim, and then Dusty. Dusty. Slim Dusty. He's a musician. I'll listen to Slim Dusty. You listen to King Glizzard? Oh, I probably won't. Just saying. I'm just gonna be upfront. I like when I said I don't really like music, I don't. Like to the point where I turn the music off in video games. Are you good, Panda? Choking on something? Like music bugs me. That's what I was saying. Like the song that I play on the start of all my streams now, the reason I do that is just because it's a song I really like. Wait, is it called song? More like music. It's just piano. And I like it. Music is like 80% of the reason I'm still alive. I'm the complete opposite. So like that Pokemon I was just playing, right? That entire time I had the music off. Because it annoys me. It gives me headaches. Looks like my friend's granddad. Yeah, he's old. That's why. That's what I said. My dad probably thinks of him as like a legend, but I don't. About Pokemon music. So, I like music from Gen 1 and 2 because I grew up with that stuff. But other than that, I don't know much music from any of the Pokemon games because I have always done the same thing where I've just turned it off immediately. Based? Yeah. Well, I started with Gen 2 on the Game Boy and I used to listen to it a lot. And then my dad and everyone else around me used to get angry because I'm just sitting there fucking playing a game with music. So I turned it off and I always got used to just playing Pokemon with no sound whatsoever. To the point like my reasons to live is candy, noodles and rice. Mine is meat. I love meat. But yeah, so like because of that I just always turn it off and then as I got older, I just kept doing it. Like my DS always just had its sound off, always, never had it on. So I don't know any of the music from any of the new games. I listened to some of the music in Scarlet and Violet while I was streaming it, and it wasn't too bad, but I wouldn't want to listen to it all the time. And like same thing with Sword and Shield. But yeah, I've always had this issue with music. It just bugs me. But it's not just Pokemon either. It's all games. I will always turn off the music in all games because it just, I don't know. It's the only thing I can explain it is that I have autism, right? I found this out recently, and the therapist that told me said that could be one of the reasons why I have an issue with music. So that's the only thing I can use to explain it, because I can't find the right way to explain it. It's just, it bugs me, it gives me a headache, and it makes the game less enjoyable for me. So I always turn the music off. But now that I stream, I leave the music on. Right? I just, like for you guys, I just turn it off on my end, so I don't have to listen to it. That's why, like, the subtitles, all the games I play has subtitles. And I will always also make them really big. And that's because, like, I'm sitting really far away from a tiny monitor that I'm playing on. So, yeah. I forgot about meat. Yeah, meat's the best. You mean C-U-N-T mean? Google it. You're not supposed to tell him, you just tell him to Google it. Age of each their own. Yeah. Well, when I explain it to people, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? That it just bothers me, right? And people always wonder why it bothers me, and I don't have a reason. I don't know how to explain why it bothers me. It just bothers me. But when I found out recently that I have autism, I'm not high on the spectrum, clearly, but like when I found that out, like, she also mentioned that that could be why certain things, why I think the way I do, and why certain things bothers me. Like music bothers me more than I enjoy it. Like the song I play is the only thing I seem to enjoy with music. I get sensory overload from looking at complex things. A bucket full of tiny objects just hurts my brain to process all of it. I get it. Yeah. I don't really get that. Mine's more like, I'm not good with sounds. Since I found out about all this stuff, I've started to like take notice of things more. So I've realized recently I'm not good with smells. There's a lot of smells that like bothers me to the point where like I want to, like, I don't know, tear my skin off. And I'm fine with touching if I'm the one that initiated it. But if someone else is touching me and I didn't initiate the touching, I'm not good with that. Like, it bothers me. So like, say I'm like sitting and then someone sits next to me and then they touch me on the shoulder, I will move because it bothers me. Like, these are things I'm starting to notice and before I never noticed because I didn't have a reason to. Google said a woman's genitalia are unpleasant or stupid. Exactly. That's what CUNT means, right? That's exactly what it means, but it's a vulgar way of saying it. So wait, what would the vulgar way of saying penis would be? Cock, maybe? It's like that. It's like how you have bum, but then the vulgar way of saying it is ass. It's like that. It's just a nastier way of saying it. That might be autistic. That sounds reasonable to me. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's easy to like. That's the other thing too. Once someone else starts pointing things out like this, it's easy to go, oh shit, I do the same thing. And I'm not good with people. I'm good like this, right? Because I can't see you guys. All I see is the text on the screen, and I'm fine with that. But when it's like talking to people face to face and stuff, I can't look at them. I can't look into their eye, right? Which I used to force myself to do, and it used to make me incredibly uncomfortable because I was always told that it's rude not to look at someone when you're talking to them. But it bothers me. And now I'm older, I just don't care. So I just don't look at people when I'm talking to them. But even doing that, not looking at them, it still bothers me to just talk to people. Every single person I know is autistic. Well, from what my therapist said was that nearly everybody is autistic, but it's a spectrum. So it depends on how high you are on that spectrum. So my sister, she has a different father to me, and on her father's side, one of her cousins is autistic, and she is high on the spectrum to the point where I think she's like 18, 19 now, and she still needs to be like spoon fed and stuff. She's like a baby still. Like that's like the highest like point on the end, I would assume. But then there's people like me or like Umpaville. Umpaville is a YouTuber, and he's openly said that he has autism as well. It's like that. You can also be autistic and just certain things bother you, but you can still function. You know, even still functioning like I do, it still annoys me to go outside. Or is why you like Pokemon? Maybe. Could be actually. I I enjoy collecting things. I wouldn't say it's why I enjoy Pokemon, but it's probably why I enjoy shiny hunting and collecting all the shinies. And I would also say it's why once I put my mind to something, I want to do it until it's done. Probably another reason why I'm like that. Like I've been reading a lot of manga and watching a lot of anime recently, and will start an anime and I will not start another one until I finish that one. And it's the same thing with reading. Like this weekend I spent all day on Saturday and Sunday just reading manga all day because one of them had like 200 chapters, so I just read all 200 in one day. Thought of some things like when you shit in school in the bathroom and all the guys just bang on the door. I don't know why that has to do with autism. I never went to the toilet at school. Like I would pee in the trough, but that was about it. Have a Zekrom? Um, no, I don't think I do. Start One Piece. Oh, I already have one. I've caught all the way up to One Piece, right? I'm at the current chapter, and I've watched all the anime as well. And that was the same thing. Once I started, I did it until it was done. Same thing happened with Bleach. I did the same thing with Bleach, and the other thing with that too is even if it's filler, most of the time I'll watch it just because it's in order. I have to watch it in order. I don't know. Fentanyl though, just 10 quid per gram. Yeah, okay. Trough. That's what a urinal is called in Australia. Yeah, yeah. Piss trough. It's called a trough. Some people still call it a urinal, but like I just grown up calling it a trough. What do you call the little things that are in the trough? What do you call that? Because we call those piss cakes. Urinal cake? Yeah, they're piss cakes. Because they're little cakes you put in there that you piss on. Going through some trough times. Nah, I'm fine. I'm grand. I just get sick a lot. Like, I think I've had COVID twice this year already. And I've had the flu twice this year too, I think, at this point. And I might be getting it again now because my forehead is on fire right now. And I'm like sweating, but like the dogs are cold and it's still only 20 degrees. So like, I think I might be getting sick. Yeah, I started One Piece, finished it all the way through. Did the same thing with Bleach. I watched all the filler in Bleach too, which bothered me because I didn't like how it stops midway through fights and shit. But I do that a lot. Um, I recently watched all of Spy Family, and then once I finished, I went to the manga, and I didn't even like start from the manga where the anime left off. I just started from chapter one and read all the way through with Spy Family till I caught up. One Piece. So the way I put it, um, world building, like the way the world is and all that. Uh, I put One Piece at the top, and then Naruto, and then Bleach, and then for like the show I liked the most and enjoyed the most, I'd put Naruto at the top, and then One Piece, and then Bleach. That's how I'd do it. But it also like I watched Naruto first. And Naruto is kind of like what got me into anime. Well, kind of. I say kind of because I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblades when I was younger, but I didn't realize they were anime. Naruto was the first thing I realized was anime. That's why I say it kind of got me into it. Starts from episode 1080. Oh yeah, Netflix is fucking weird. So the Netflix One Piece for me, it has all the way up to what did I say? It was like Marineford or something. And then it cuts off and it comes back at Wano. So there's like 3 arcs, I think, that they're missing. It's weird. That's what I told you to get Crunchyroll, bro. Everything's on Crunchyroll. Oh, smack my fucking microphone. One Piece broke almost over. Break almost over. I think it's got another week, doesn't it? Wasn't he taking 3 weeks off? I think it's only been 2. I like Naruto as a kid, but One Piece quickly became my favorite. Well, I didn't start One Piece until Naruto was pretty much finished. I think the war ended, and then I was like, I need something else. So I started One Piece. And I think it was a couple more episodes of Naruto after that. I did a bit after 5 I need premium. Oh, okay. Why don't you just ask your parents for premium? It's not that much. Shit. Yeah, 1 week, yeah. That's what I thought. I was gonna say I think it's only been 2. I don't mind. I'll let him take as much time as he wants. This time that he's taking now is to mourn Akira Toriyama. Because he can't get his head straight at the moment. So he wanted some time. But I think let him take as much time as he wants, whenever he wants. If it means that the story is going to get finished and it's not like he's not working himself to death, then yeah, let him take as much as he wants. I think it's only $11. It's a range between $11 and $15 for Crunchyroll Premium, and you can watch as much as you want. What's up, Panda? Are you cold? I'm not getting the heater out. You keep turning it on. Ow. Your feet are all scratchy. You want to hold hands? Okay. Fax Odo the goat. Right, mate. Have a good day. Have a good day. Who is Oda? Oda is his name's Echia Oda. He wrote One Piece. Oh, just so you know before you go, Huru means goodbye in Australia. I say it at the end of every stream. I might get going too, actually, because these dogs are being weird. Okay, get out of my face. I know. I get it. Can you stop licking me, please? Okay, if you guys enjoyed the stream, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. But till next time, Huru. Calm down. We'll be streaming Drags Dogma tomorrow. And for longer. Anyway, Huru.